What is going on, ladies and gents? It is your boy Chris. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, welcome to the channel. If you're back for another vlog, thank you for coming back. Either or, make sure you smash the subscribe, hit the like button, turn on your bell notifications so you get notified whenever these vlogs drop. That way we get put on the algorithm, we can keep growing this channel. But today we're going on a little ride. I have some appointments, some meetings that I have to go to. So I thought I'd bring you along, and I thought that we could talk about the 5 to 10 things that I would tell my younger self if I had a chance. What's going on? We are back. So number one on the list of things I would tell my younger self. I get asked this question a lot, and I think the first one out of all of them that I would tell my younger self is to be patient, to be more patient with everything in life, the process of trading, the process of teaching, the process of when I injured my arm, the recovery process from that, building relationships with people, not trying to rush things or pushing things. What other areas? Just everything in general. Even with this itself, with vlogging, I felt when I first started vlogging, I got not upset but discouraged because I didn't see the growth that I was having with Instagram and with other platforms, mainly Instagram, but I didn't really see the same growth curve. And it really came down to, I realize it now, but it really came down to the amount of effort that I was putting into it, right? So I would definitely, the first thing I would always tell my younger self or anyone else is just be patient with the process. The way I look at things, I've looked at them, now I obviously look at them like this, but it took time to process and change, rewire my brain to look at things like this. But the way I look at things is a career change, for instance. If it's something that you want to do for the rest of your life, then you really shouldn't be trying to rush it and achieve your goals and aspirations and stuff like that out of the career path you're going down in like a year or two, right? Like if you want to be doing it for the next 20 years, then, or the next 30-40 years, then a year or two of hard work, or 3-4 years of hard work to master that craft isn't a really big deal, right? So that's definitely what I would say number one is. Number two, I would say, is understanding that things aren't going to always go to the way you plan them to. With trading, for instance, you can have a game plan and a trading plan and a goal sheet and have literally every single little detail figured out, but if the market's not reciprocating what you want out of it, then it's not going to happen, right? Like if you need to have 5 green days to hit your goal for the week, or 4 green days and you only get 2 of them, you need to be understanding that, you know what, this week wasn't the best week, but next week, the way that I've learned is things always balance themselves out, right? So this week may not be the best week, but next week will make up for this week and possibly even the week after, right? So you have to be understanding and flexible, knowing that things aren't going to go exactly the way you want them to always. Majority of the time they will never go exactly the way you want them to. But with that being said, it doesn't mean that the end result won't end up being the same. A lot of times the end result will end up being better than what you planned, simply because you're going to learn a lot more throughout the journey. You're going to learn a lot more from start to finish, or just from start to wherever you are in the journey. So understanding that even though things may not be going the way you want them to, and they may not be progressing in the order that you want them to, you're still going to be learning a lot of important things, and a lot of things that maybe if plans had gone the way you wanted them to, you may have not learned, and these things will serve you later on in life tenfold more than achieving your goal when you had originally planned to. Number 3 is going to be intuition. Intuition is a tough one because sometimes we get confused with what we think is our intuition and what really is our intuition. That being said, I've learned to trust mine more than ever, especially recently. Oh man, all the people wearing masks, this is crazy. I've learned to trust mine more than ever. How did I learn how my intuition is and what it is, and things that tell me when it's my intuition or when it's just my head telling me something different? Came from meditation, a lot of self-reflection, a lot of looking inside and learning about myself, learning my triggers, learning things that upset me, learning things that make me feel at peace, whatever it was. Following my intuition has definitely been something very important to me, and if I could go back to my younger years and tell my younger self, it would definitely be to listen to your intuition and just follow your gut, because usually when you have a bad feeling about something, or whatever the case is along those lines. It's usually right at some point in time. So there's always going to be lessons that we have to learn no matter what, but if you can avoid some of the painful lessons by following your intuition and trusting your higher self, then I would definitely say that that is one of the most important ones. The next one I would say is going with the flow. I am still to this day less more so than I was before, but I was one of those people that I had to have everything. I have literally everything scheduled back to back all day long. The majority of the time I overbook stuff in my day, which is a bad habit that I have because it ends up making me run behind for things or whatever the case is. But just being more fluid and going with the flow and understanding that, same thing with like trading, right, or any other journey, knowing that nothing's gonna like work out absolutely perfect, but just I'm the type of person that I like being super organized, I like being super disciplined, but I also know and have learned now to not get upset when things don't, say I don't get everything done that I need to in a day. I would really get upset about that before. I would get down about it and be like, oh, like you didn't do this and this, and I wouldn't pay attention to the things that I did do throughout the day, and I would put more energy to the things that I didn't get done, which would in turn end up making my day that should have been a positive and a productive and a day that I should be proud of ended up feeling not so good, and I didn't end up feeling proud of the day, didn't end up feeling productive. And I was concentrating on the things I didn't do. I was concentrating on the negative as opposed to concentrating on the positive and what did get done for that day. Even if I had 10 things done and I got 2 of them done, or 10 things I had to do and got 2 of them done, I should have not put so much energy to the negativity, which ends up folding over into other areas of life. Like if you're upset, then you're gonna end up possibly taking it out on the people around you. You'll make their day upset, and it ends up being a ripple effect and a wave. So just be understanding that, again, ties in with one of the last ones. Not everything's gonna work out the way you want it to, but majority of the time the way it works out ends up being 10 times better in the long run than the way you had planned it to. The last 2, I'm gonna mix them together. The last 2 are going to be, the first one is going to be under promising and over delivering. I definitely think no matter what that's with, even maybe with yourself, not even so much with other people, a lot of people, myself, I went through it where I would always, like with trading for instance, I would have a goal to do so and so for the day, and if I didn't hit it, I would be upset about it and think that even if I had a green day, I ended the day green, I still wouldn't be satisfied and be happy with it, just because of the goal that I had set for myself, which isn't a good thing. It's not a bad thing and it's not a good thing. It's good to have huge goals, but also like feel good about the small victories, you know what I mean? Don't always, if you fall short of your goal, don't always get upset and get down about it. Sit down, figure out why maybe you didn't hit your goal for the day or the week or the month, whatever it is, but just still be positive about the good things that had happened in the day or whatever it is. And one thing about gratitude is the more you express it, the higher you vibrate, the better you're gonna feel, and it'll just end up rippling into every area of your life, with your health, the way you mentally look at things, the way you perceive situations. It'll help you, especially in the hard and dark times. And the very last one is going to be, don't be bothered. Don't lose sleep over people's opinions. At the end of the day, you'll never make everybody happy. You can be a saint and do every single thing perfect in life, and there'll still be people or a person or someone somewhere that'll think you're a piece of shit still. They'll still find a way to put you down. They'll still find a way to make you feel bad about yourself or whatever the case is. And always remember that people don't judge people. Don't judge other people around you, because if you're doing that, then you're going to be judging yourself on things you shouldn't be judging yourself on. And just don't take people's judgment to heart. Don't take someone's opinion of you to heart. If you know your intentions are pure and you know what you're doing is what you're doing, then don't be bothered by what somebody else has to say. Majority of the time when somebody's speaking negative about somebody else, it's just for the simple fact that they're unhappy with some area of their life, and they're projecting that internal feeling onto the people around them. to make themselves feel some way, shape, or form better about whatever's going on in their life. So don't take people's opinions to heart, especially never strangers, not someone that doesn't know you personally and interacts with you on a daily basis and knows what you're going through emotionally or mentally, whatever the case is. Because I think, and even people like that, the closest people to you, I still wouldn't get upset about their opinion, because the truth of the matter is that nobody knows exactly what you're feeling. Nobody knows what you're going through. So somebody can't sit there and tell you need to feel like this and this about a situation, or you're doing this and this, or you did this wrong, or you did this bad. So as long as your intentions are pure, you know what you're doing is right for yourself and for the people around you, or the people involved, then don't be bothered about what all the negativity and the chit chat around you has to say, because at the end of the day, the people that the winners focus on winning and the losers focus on the winners, right? We said it in one of the last vlogs. So I'm gonna leave you with that. I hope this helps you. I hope this answers some of the questions that some of you have had, inquiries about what I would tell my younger self. On that note, don't forget to hit the subscribe, hit the like button, turn on the post notifications. I will see you guys next vlog. Put the comments down below, something that you would tell your younger self, something that you want to share with somebody else from this vlog. That's in the comments. I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching another vlog, and I will see you soon. Peace.